After years in the U.S. Attorney's Office, I left the U.S. Attorney's Office to become Inspector General of Chicago. I can tell you that was a tough decision, but I felt that the IG's office had the potential to become an independent force for taxpayers in the fight against corruption, clout, and insider politics. I refused to accept then and now that corruption is just the way things are. Corruption costs all of us and should not be tolerated. We deserve better. In my 4 years as Inspector General, my colleagues and I developed a strong and independent institution that challenged the system. We made criminal cases on wrongdoers and exposed waste, bad practices, and questionable policies. We had it firmly in our mind that our bosses were the taxpayers, plain and simple, and we worked hard to insist on accountability in our government. I am confident that those efforts will continue, thanks to a dedicated office with the expertise and independence to ferret out corruption, fraud, and waste. Earlier this year, I also had the privilege of being named to the Illinois Reform Commission, which was created by Governor Quinn in the wake of our second straight governor being arrested for, among other things, an attempt to sell this very Senate seat. The commission was led by my friend and former colleague, Pat Collins, who I'm honored is here today, and we were armed with a mission of recommending reforms to move Illinois beyond the culture of corruption and beyond the scandals of the past. We traveled the state, and we heard from hundreds and hundreds of people who were angry and frustrated at the state of our politics. With good cause, they told us their voices aren't being heard and their interests aren't being served. Well, we heard their message loud and clear. We deserve better. After months of study and debate, we issued a set of recommendations to reform state government to make it more transparent and accountable. We did not water down what we had to say. We believed that the state needed strong medicine, and we said so. And while we were disappointed with some of the results, some of our recommendations were adopted, including much of a section I wrote with the help of Jeff Schoenberg and others to reform the state's contracting process. That experience of traveling around our state and hearing the frustrations of my fellow citizens convinced me of the need for people outside the political system to run for elected office. People for whom reform and accountability are more than just campaign words, but a steady and proven commitment. People with an established record of challenging business as usual on behalf of those without clout or connections. In short, it's time to turn the page on politics as usual. And that's why today, I'm very proud to announce my candidacy for the United States Senate. Thank you. Thank you. I know this campaign will not be easy. I will never be the candidate of the insiders, of those who thrive in the current system, or the selfish interests they serve. That's why this campaign will have to rely on everyday people across our state, the hundreds and hundreds of people that we heard from on the Reform Commission and the hundreds of thousands that they represent. For the person who needs a job but loses out because they don't have the right political connections, this campaign is for you. For the family of a student with good grades who loses out on a chance to attend our state university because a less qualified kid was clouded in, this campaign is for you. For the small business that loses out on a government contract because the process is fixed, this campaign is for you. For all those whose voices aren't heard, whose interests are ignored, and whose tax dollars are wasted, this campaign is for you.